Timothy Ndube, and I have the privilege of having David Sanders, race director of the Dalton Red Carpet 5K, half marathon, and 2K.
I'm a little nervous. I just want things to go right, and it's been worry. I've been worried this morning because everything's been going so smoothly, and it's like something's wrong that I don't know about.
I have one complaint.
Okay.
My complaint is we came up here and you didn't provide any heat. So I think that's a problem. There's no heat here. It's just cold.
If the weather's great, I'm in charge. If the weather's not good, I assign that to somebody else. So that's somebody else's fault.
We're excited to be here. First of all, thank you for allowing us to have our championship here. I think it's a wonderful opportunity for us to do great things in the state of Georgia. There's a lot of great runners, a lot of activities. Now, how long have you been doing this?
I actually started the race 4 years ago to raise money for two charities that we're very passionate about. And I'm very passionate about running, and I'm very passionate about especially children, underprivileged children. So I'm able to do something that helps the people that I care so much about, and do it in a way that brings in my passion for running as well. So it's just really something that means a lot to me.
Now, are you local to Dalton?
Yes, I'm born and raised here in Dalton. Except for when I went into service, I've lived here just about all my life.
How many races do you put on per year?
I'm very involved in probably 10 to 12, but I'm only the race director for 3. I do the Chatsworth Fall Festival, which was last weekend, and also I do the St. Patrick's Day 2-miler.
Oh, okay. I actually talked to the winner earlier today. He said he ran at that Chatsworth race last week, which was a lot warmer, but he said he liked that race better than this one. I guess it was a little bit too cold for him.
Yeah, and we had about 100 runners at that race. It's a pretty small race.
Road racing is a very competitive sport. Now, how are you, you said you just started 4 years, so it's a really new race. Now, what's your plans to grow this race in the future?
Well, we really want to work with the USATF to bring in a lot of outside runners, a lot of people that don't run Dalton. When people think Dalton, they think hills, and it's actually a fairly flat course. There's a couple of rolls, but it's no hills at all, no severe hills at all. And we want to really partner with the USATF and try to make that a big event and pull in more runners, and it's already worked. And what we found that is people come from outside Dalton and run this race, they're so impressed with how our race is organized. We actually will have more volunteers on the half marathon course than we will runners. That's how passionate the people in our community are. There's not one intersection on the half marathon that doesn't have a uniformed person standing there. So we've got just great volunteers. We've got a super police department, and our runners outside of Dalton, our runners inside Dalton's actually down because they look at the weather and decide what to do. But the runners from outside Dalton, we're up almost double. From a percentage. Like last year, our outside of Dalton runners were, and I'm talking about this area, not just Dalton, was about 18%, and this year it's 40%. I don't know if you noticed the guys that raised their hand that were from outside Dalton. It was a huge portion, and we find that people come up, run our race. We really try to do a good job, and they come back.
Well, thank you again. Good luck. You look like a cool cucumber for a race director on race day.
You should see me at 2 o'clock.